think we're going to be liberating the Fate today, which is exciting, but I'm worried that I'm going to have to separate a sweet old dog dad from his cute little human son. Not too thrilled about that, but it is what it is. Let's go ahead and do some talking. Maybe we can do some Beyond Our Crystal stuff, and then we'll get started with the Liberation Rite. Alright, let's go. Alright, controller's working. Everything seems alright. Maybe I'm just being overly paranoid, although I'm going to be really pissed if something happens here. Volfred looks up at you as you approach and smiles. I never thought I would say such things, my girl, but it is good to wear the raiments and the rites once more. The march of time does have a way of healing certain hurts. Besides, the Nightwings of today, we are a very different beast than that triumvirate which took me in almost a decade ago. Ours was a triumvirate of exactly 3. Well, 4, with Tizo, who proved to be an exception. Though historically, the Nightwings never took on more exiles than needed. I have mentioned my predecessor, Brighton, and my former companions, Arissa and Orlek. Perhaps naively, I had hoped my time with them would not be relevant directly to what we now attempt. But seeing as our stories are now intertwined, do let me know if there is more you wish to learn of them. Oh yeah, absolutely. Thus far, you've only heard passing references to Volfred's predecessor on the Nightwing, so let's talk about Brighton. We know the least about him. You inquire about Brighton, who you understand was liberated prior to when Volfred first joined the Nightwings. I never met Brighton in person, but I know him rather well by now. Though for that matter, my girl, so do you. He studies your reaction for a moment, so we're supposed to know Brighton. Brighton was born wealthy, but not special otherwise. You have no reason to have heard of him. Oh, okay. Never mind. He was exiled for negligent misconduct. I do not know exactly why, and do not care for spreading rumors. I first heard of him through Arissa and Orlek, who found in me a suitable replacement following his liberation. They spoke little of him. Orlek gave the impression they did not see eye to eye, but he assured me I soon would hear from him myself. Okay. Indeed, as I became accustomed to the book, which you know well by now, I soon began to hear the voice. The sassiness, the Severus Snape. Volfred looks at you as if to see if you yet take his meaning. You see, my girl, after Brighton's liberation, he assumed a new identity within the Commonwealth and a new responsibility to the triumvirate which liberated him. That voice you hear from time to time, whensoever the stars align, it's his. So the sassy voice, the big old judge who's always talking shit to us, that's Brighton. I wonder how he got such a gig. That voice you hear. He is no longer Brighton. He is now none other than the Archjustice Androbeles IX himself, the grand judge and figurehead under whose watch the Commonwealth is governed in this day. Those who violate the law of the Commonwealth face sentencing by the appointed Archjustice. So he gained his freedom and is now responsible for the exiles of others. What a dick. He knows what this is like, and yet he keeps putting people down here for nonsense. Liberated exiles retain certain burdens to their old triumvirates. They have much to thank them for, not just for their freedom, but their exalted status in the Commonwealth. The theocratic rulers of the Commonwealth, they do not wear masks and raiments simply for the sake of ceremony. They are not who they appear to be. Their public pasts are nothing but a fabrication. Like Brighton, they once were exiles too. Brighton, that voice, he has no love for either one of us by now. He knows full well what we attempt to do, yet he is bound by the tradition of the rites. He shall always stand on ceremony and complain, but I think he knows deep down that he is powerless. Interesting. How ironic that one of such high status in the Commonwealth should be so frightened of some long-forgotten exiles such as we. Anyway, that's Brighton for you. He must have seen in you the potential to be one of his staunch supporters for a time. If that's a path you wanted to pursue, I should apologize. No, fuck that. Now then, whom else should we talk about? So, a lot of the theocratic power leaders in the Commonwealth used to be exiles, and have learned nothing, apparently, because they keep sending people down here. Brighton being the current Archjustice, if I'm to understand correctly. So let's talk about Orisa. She betrayed Oralek, causing the Nightwings to fall apart. Why would she do it? You ask about Orisa, who you understand betrayed Oralek at the moment of his liberation, but then perished in the Shimmer Pool. That's right. So Oralek was supposed to go free, and then she pushed him out of the way and died because she went against the rules. I'm afraid you know the brunt of it, my girl, but I suppose you ought to know something of Orisa's past, lest you be quick to judge her solely by her actions. Well, that's all I have, and her actions are one of a bitch. Mind you, I would never make excuses for the terrible choice she ultimately made. Yes? But her life, I understand, was very difficult. Orisa had been exiled for the foulest of acts. You could see it plainly branded on her face. Such was the heinousness of what she did in the eyes of the Commonwealth. What did she do? I don't see anything branded on her face. She was an apprentice blacksmith in her youth, taking up the post left by her brother. He had fallen in battle on the blood border despite wielding their father's own lance and armor. Her father never quite recovered after this, and had grown cruel and detached. It was Orisa who took the brunt of his fury. So domestic abuse. Always known to make people kinder, gentler souls, he expected the impossible of her. One day it was all too much for her, so when next he lashed out at her, she struck back. She struck back again and again and again. I'm becoming more sympathetic to her. When they came for her, her father was gone, and she was not herself. She was promptly cast into the downside for the crime, where her hatred for the Commonwealth only grew. Yeah, they did nothing to stop it. Orisa always was intense in her demeanor, haunted by her father's memory. More than that, her chief motive for wanting back her freedom was, in hindsight, not a healthy one. Yeah, I assume she wanted to tear down everything for destruction's sake and not necessarily to rebuild. So, her father was like a war veteran embittered by defeat and loss, and took it out on her, which, not a good thing to do, but slightly understandable. She longed to join our nation's enemies, to build for the Highwing remnants a great siege engine that could shatter the defenses of the Commonwealth and forever end our feud. Oh, so she wanted to become a traitor if she got free, to build for the Harps. What she ultimately did to Oralek, it was an act of pure and thoughtless desperation. I do not think that it was simply evil, nor do I think that it was personal. I get that. She was definitely one of those fueled by revenge types. I often wondered, though, if in her final moments in the Shimmer Pool she understood what she had done, and the depths to which she had fallen. For years, I must admit, I hated her, but now my only hope is that she found a peace untenable during her relatively short life in the downside and the Commonwealth. Furthermore, I hope the life of Orisa offers some perspective yet to those of us who have not made the same mistakes. Now then, there was something else? Alright, well, Oralek's definitely the guy who's, in our way the most. He's got the most power, because Brighton, while being the Archjustice, according to Volfred, doesn't have much power to actually stop our plans. He can just kind of bitch and moan, which is great. I like it when he bitches and moans. Alright, Oralek, the demon whom you met. What was he like before? Were he and Volfred close? You ask about what Oralek was like when he and Volfred first became acquainted. Volfred remained silent for some time. I was very, very sick, when I first landed in the downside. The long trip down the river must have been a little much for me. But your wood floats. It was Oralek who found me. He could not have known of my capacity to read before he revived me. He was a physician, intolerant of the sight of suffering of any kind. Not just any physician, mind you, a gifted, highly decorated one. He served on the front. Okay, so he was a war medic. Back then, skirmishes erupted frequently, and those such as Oralek, they had to deal with many casualties on either side. In time, he said he grew repulsed by what he saw. This sowed in his heart a yearning for an end to all the bloodshed, so he tried to use his status to negotiate a treaty with the Highwing remnants. It must have gone about how you'd expect. He was given direct orders to return to the front, but when he refused to soil his hands again, they cast him to the downside. Here he gained the notice of the Nightwings, and before long he grew to be one of the finest rites conductors anyone had ever seen. He was instrumental in the liberation of his companions, whose role in the triumvirates were later filled by Orisa and me. So he got a lot of people free. In time, Orlek's own opportunity for freedom had come up. He longed for it, so that with his exalted status he might stand a better chance of negotiating peace. He was one of the good ones. However, on the evening of his liberation, he worked so hard, too. That sucks. Well, you know the story from that point. Wolfert breathes a heavy sigh. He and I were kindred spirits for a while. I could not bear to think that he was gone, and now I still cannot entirely believe that he is back. He is our adversary now, transformed, grown cold. Still, part of me is happy that he lives. Make no mistake, of course, I shall not be swayed against our plan, not by Orlek or anyone. As I have said before, we share a higher calling now. Our plan is up to a 27% of success. That's impressive. As for Orlek, he wants his freedom still, although I wonder if he still remembers why. Anyway, was there something else, my girl? I think we've exhausted all of our options here. Let's keep going. You bid Wolfert a good afternoon and leave him with his memories. My pleasure, reader. Reflecting on the past from time to time helps demonstrate how far we've come, yet how much farther we have yet to go. Alright, so big lore dump there, which is great. I like a big steamy lore dump. Learned about the old Nightwings, what happened with Orisa and Orlek, and the current state of Brighton. That absolute douche. What did I wanted to do the Beyonder Crystal. I wanted to get a little of the rust out of my joints here. I was beginning to wonder when you would return. What's up, Sandra? Please, reader, leave me be. I ask that you leave me be. Go about your business. Go watch the stars die out and get your idiots their freedom. Not gonna happen. And you be sure to tell that herald with whom you consort that Sandra the Unseeing did her job. You tell him that. Okay. The herald, I assume she means the Archbishop? I don't know. Perhaps that way he shall put in a good word, and the scribe shall finally provide for me a bit of reprieve. I want you to have your freedom too, Sandra. No one deserves an eternity of torment. She falls silent for a time. I do not know what else to do, reader, but you remain with her, letting her draw whatever strength and comfort from your thoughts as you are able to afford. That was kind of you. However, let us conduct our business. I care not for your pity. Do not come visit me again like this without my asking. I insist. Oh. Let's do a scribe trial, then. You need but choose among those unenlightened fools with whom you travel. I think this is the last one. This is our last time. We don't have to talk to Sandra after this. I will, because I love her. But we don't have to. And that's true compassion. That's true caring. Doing something, not because you have to, because you want to. You ask Sandra to administer one of her special trials for Wolfert. That fancy-talking sap, you mean? I shall be interested to see if he has learned something since last we sparred like this. Then let us bring him forth. Soon Wolfert appears in heat of the summons. So it is my turn then, is it? Then let us see what we can do, my girl. Yes, so saps have good defensive power, but can't jump. They're like white people, I guess. In that aspect, at least. The apparition Sandra appears and unfastens her mask. Listen well, sap, you answer to me here. As you will, O Sandra the Unseen. Proper as ever, then, though I wonder if you have the wherewithal that you project. Show me, then, what you can do without the benefit of those whom you would lead, and let us see if you and your lovely reader have reached a thorough understanding as of yet. Alright, so considering he is mostly defensive, this is going to be a bit of a challenge. Okay, there we go. No! Got stuck. I got stuck in the book. Alright, let's see here. So, can I do that? And then maybe a little bit of this. And this, and this. Throw it! Hell yeah. That wasn't bad. Just need to do that 10 more times. Okay, so we have to put it... Stop! You guys are assholes. Well, they seem to be taking it easy on me. He just strolled right in. Like he was just going to the grocery store. There we go. Okay. This is proving difficult. Go on, go on, go on. There we go. Alright, that wasn't that bad. I think I can do this. Sometimes you just gotta trust in yourself. Which I don't have a lot of history doing. Oh, you bitch. You big bitch. Are you gonna do anything? Okay, that was very strange. Okay, he's just gonna walk right into it. You're gonna... Okay, this is odd. Oh, that's right. I have that. Thing. I can do that. Okay. Gosh, I forget how this works. Yes. Okay. I gotta take advantage of all my tools. I always forget to do everything I can. Because I am an idiot. Oh. But I'm a persistent idiot. Which has to be worth something. You pushed... You jackass. Man. Okay. Oh. Okay, we go like this, we go like this. No. Oh, man. I thought I had him, but I didn't have him. I was mistaken. Whoa. What is this? Oh, that's right. I have one of those... I have like the black heart equipped or something. And I have no idea what it means. Yes. Okay. Getting the hang of it. This is really weird. But it is teaching me more about his kit. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. Damn it. Things were looking good there for a moment. Okay. Ah. I forget about that. It's like a teleport and not a... like a proper dash. There we go. Okay. It's down to the wire. It's one score to one score. Anybody's game here. Yes! Oh, that was good. From downtown. That's what sports people say. Hooray! Good job, Volfred. I am grateful for the privilege of your time, good Sandra. Flattery shall never get you anywhere with me, sap. Nonetheless, your performance was sufficient and you passed my test. Hey, Jabroni, I haven't seen you in a while, man. I haven't seen you streaming. Everything good? I hope you're alright. And I hope you can hear me. I've been having mic issues. But yeah, man, I've missed your Darkest Dungeons debauchery stuff, so I hope you're well. Congratulations are in order to you and to your lovely reader. Now farewell. Alright. I had not seen... Were you? Man, my phone must have been screwing up because I did not get any notifications. Otherwise, I would have stopped by. I'll have to double check and make sure Twitch isn't screwing me over. I thought it was weird. that I didn't see in a bit. But I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad you're still streaming. You never know when like work or some shit gets in. Awesome. Thank you so much. That puts me at ease. I've been very worried. Okay, I feel better now. I was like, I hope, 20 minutes of my life didn't go down the drain and I lost all this footage. Well, have a good day at work, man. Thanks for lurking. I appreciate it. And I'm going to look out for your stream and readjust my phone's Twitch. Yeah, it says that it's on, and I can hear it, but, one of the bars isn't going up at all, the mic one. So I'm like, is it picking up? Is it not picking up? I can hear me in my ear, and my tests went all right, but I'm just all up in my head with my anxieties and such. I had not seen that Sandra in some time. She has not changed a bit. But it would seem she left something for us, did she? Liu's bow. Boo? Bow? Volfred's blink ability transports him farther than usual by 50%. His sisters, brothers, fathers, mothers, all were part of him until the arch split them in twain. Huh. Cool, it's like a little wand or a paintbrush or some such thing. It's pretty. Accept the reward. Alright. Well, let's get on going. I don't think there's anything to do except have a bit of moonshine. Hell yeah. I wonder if I keep drinking the moonshine after Pamitha talked to me about it, if she'll be worried that I'm becoming an alcoholic. Like if I'm becoming too dependent on her stash. Hey guys, so I don't know what's going on up there with all them stars all acting real weird and stuff, but let me tell you something here. You ain't gonna find a better deal on all this stuff from anybody, and I mean anybody, in the downside. You can trust me when I tell you that, okay? So go ahead, stock up. What you got for me, man? Fortified Sun Serum? Permanently grants hope. Oh, cool. So we can dope. We can give ourselves a little bit of muscle juice there for the right price. Fascinating. Unnecessary, but still very interesting. So I've got $45 and nothing I really want to spend it on. I've got all the best personalized equipment. So I don't really see the purpose of it all. I'm sure there's some high-level play where all this stuff comes into its own, but I'm not necessarily interested in that. You guys have a good day out there. Thanks, Ron. To the Liberation Rite. Once more you have gained the Fall of Soliam, where one among you may go free, but first you shall have to prevail against the fate in the Liberation Rite. Reader, your companions are gathered there under the fall. They shall be counting on you. Indeed, as the cycle of the rites turns ever faster, so too is our plan set in motion. My agents in the Commonwealth are beginning to cause a bit of a stir out there, and word has reached high places that the rites are ending. This is our chance, though let us not despair should victory elude us here. We shall make the most of whatever the scribes may have in store for us. That is to say, good luck, my girl. It's time. Yay! I don't want to be heartbroken because I don't think I'm going to be able to give both Dalbert and Almer their freedom. And if I'm doing proper character thought, pretty sure old Hart there is going to allow his son to go free because he's a good dad. And that's going to be pretty brutal. It's gonna hit me right there in the fatherhood. It's a sensitive sore spot for me. It'll get you. It's like a Vulcan neck pinch. It just knocks you right out. Put my ass out. Dullness the Locket. The Ash Titan? I don't remember seeing that one. Your adversary's pyre shall recover each time they douse your pyre. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Star of the Ash Titan, once routed by the 8 scribes in the Black Basin. Oh, okay. It's just a big ol' hand with eyes in the knuckles. Cool. I think that's all of them. I'm going to start fucking around with those things after this. I want this to be a clean fight. No biting. Through a wondrous miracle, there lies upon the highest mountain an inverted fall whose waters crash not towards the sea, but wash to the heavens.
The night wings gain the summit of the sacred Mount Aladiel.
Aladiel, not Alodiel.
Even as the stars themselves abandon you. Make good upon these final opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
This glorious age-old tradition coming to an end upon your watch.
How many more of these do I have?
I trust the
I'm
fate your
worried.
adversaries shall not throw away this
I mean, if my
chance.
last one goes to the fate,
Choose now
I'm
who
okay
may
with
go
that.
free, should they unfortunately fail.
I'm okay with the fate being the last group to go up. The Pyre, but then again, I'm separating Kay and Almer, so they're not going to be able to love each other and have a adorable little family raised in the way of the scribes and curs. It's a little sad, but these are the sacrifices we make when we do a run completely dedicated to fucking ourselves over. Maybe something good will happen. I'm holding out hope that there will be good things to come. The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. I concur. The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. Then, anointed one of the fate, come forth now and declare yourself, and pay any respects you have unto your adversaries, the Nightwings. Am I right? Is the doggy gonna let his son go out first? The bent old cur Dalbert steps forward and struggles for a moment with his mask. Greetings, O good heralds. I am called Dalbert Oldheart. It is the greatest honor of my years to stand upon the sacred site upon which the 8 scribes first anointed these glorious proceedings. Nightwings, we are honored to be in your presence once more. So formal. Father, they are our adversaries, not our hosts. We need not be so gentle with them. They shall do their utmost to keep you from your freedom. Dalbert, your son speaks out of turn. Control him. My sincerest apologies for his unnecessary outburst. It's a good dog. It's a good dog. He looks so sad. But like kind of like that content sad. So fluffy. Good beard. That's a good beard on a dog. You don't always see a good dog beard. Almer, please, we have worked towards this opportunity and we must make the most of it. He puts his mask back on. My son and I stand ready to begin. But which one of you is going out? Nightwings, your decision on whose behalf you shall conduct the liberation rite. Reader, I would ask you to choose wisely, but I'm sure you know no other way. And you, prepare your song, Tariq. Of course, Celeste.
Whom do you intend to liberate?
Oh no, I can't do Kay? No, she's unworthy. No. That sucks. Alright, Headwind, I guess. As long as Kay can be there. This is my shot to go free, but I can't just leave the rest of you. Don't worry. You're gonna stay right here, buddy. Me? Of course I'll do my best. This is important. And I guess Volfred. Let us prevail on this night for you, Hedwyn, and for the good of our ailing nation.
Very well.
We give thanks to have this opportunity to face you, O Nightwings. Now let us strive to our fullest capability with honor and with grace. Save your strength for the right, Father, and for the voyage home. Let this be our final battle against them. All right. Show me what's what. Whee! And we jump, and we're in. You can do this, Almer. I believe. Okay, good. Kay's still gonna have interaction. I was really worried I was gonna miss out on character moments, and that's like the whole reason we're doing this. You can do this, Almer. I believe in you, and so do the scribes. Wait, what? What is this? What are you talking about? This is the liberation rite. What are you doing? Kay pulls at her mask. I think you are my friend, Almer, and so I'm hoping for the best for you and for your father. He believes in you, and so do I. But we have to do our very best as well, and I know we cannot all prevail. Only the Fate or the Nightwings, but not both. Not both. Omer looks on in stunned silence. The outburst seems to have disarmed everyone. We all have to do our very best, and then the scribes. They're going to watch over us and make everything okay. You'll see, Elmer, you'll see. She puts her mask back on as the liberation rite continues. Whether her words flustered your adversaries or emboldened them, you cannot tell. She's so loving. And we do that. Nope. Gotcha. Get Volfred back here. Whee! Oh, he caught it. No. Oh, he's good. He's good. And we fire. And we just jump. And we just jump and make it right in. No big deal. My athleticism is amazing. Hear us now, O noble Jomer, for we beseech you. Surely we cannot prevail without your aid. If you have heard my prayers, I beg of you, please smile upon us now. Whether it's prayer to the scribes or simply from Dalbert's resolve, something comes over your fellow exiles here. If they are banished now, they shall not return. Are they gaining buffs? Alright, well. Is it because Yomer Minimane is doing this? Or is it because I'm doing this? Who's really in charge here? Me or the gods? Are the gods working through me? Does my mercy equate to like the gods' will, or is it just my will? Are we getting too deep for a silly game? Nonsense, because this is not a silly game. This is a perfect game, and I love it. Go on, then. You got this, Dalbert. Dalbert! That was embarrassing. You were better than that. Alright, see, I'm getting out of your way. Look at that. You got a straight shot in there. Woo! Yeah, very good. Much better. I feel like I'm coaching them as I'm on the opposite side. There you go. Look at all that space. Look at that space. You didn't need to do that. Just go on and just stroll right in. Give it a nice little throw. Nya. Alright, I only got 3 left. Give it to me good. And I'm just going to jump. I'm going to score 1 more point. Just to make it look good. Alright. Look at how little opposition I'm giving you. Woo! At last. Alright. Does that mean Almer's going? Part of the song sounds like knocking, and it's kind of freaking me out. The scribes have chosen.
The exile appointed by the fate
Shall be free. But who is it?
absolved of all misdeeds.
Yes, how dare you celebrate other hobbies and other holidays and protect your father, you monsters.
Shall remain
Just the
to
biggest criminals.
their rightful sentences.
You're not allowed to celebrate holidays, you fool. It seems I won't be going free this day, but you know what? I had myself a little taste of it back there, and it's enough to tide me over for a while. Wasn't ready to leave you all anyways. That's right, Hedwyn. Is Dalbert going? So it is then that the scribes have smiled on us at last. Come, Elmer, my son, let us be together as a family in this world one last time. Oh, Father, at long last. They embrace father and son. Oh, that hurts in a good way, but also a bad way. Then Dalbert utters something and touches Elmer on his forehead, the prayer of anointment. Before Elmer can respond, his father heaves him into the shimmer pool. Oh. No, Father, what have you done? You were anointed first. This victory was yours. Wait, Father, it was your time. This was not my time. It was not my time. Separated from his father. They just wanted to be together. Did I make a mistake by separating them? Am I the baddie? Oh no. The Shimmer Pool is sealed. Farewell, my son, and farewell, Nightwings. And he's not gonna fight again. He's done. I just know it. He's never gonna come back. Dalbert bows to everyone. Slowly then, he walks away. Oh, this is like God of War Ragnarok all over again. Good dads doing good things. I've already mentioned in the last stream how sensitive I am to that. I brought this on myself. I'm a moron. I'm an idiot that walked straight into my own vulnerabilities. Almer earned back his freedom. Accept it for it's done.
Godspeed, Alma Oldheart.
What are you going to do up there?
Tribes are watching from afar. By
Yes.
their grace,
With the
may the
terrible
cycle
crime
the
of standing
rights
up for your
keep
father.
turning for as long as possible.
And it's not even one of those situations where your father is like a malicious asshole and he's brainwashed you into also being a hateful bigot. It's just like, nah, my dad wanted to celebrate this cool dog holiday and he loves me and adopted me and cares for me. So I want to stand by with him and help him. And they're like, nah, bitch, you gotta go. You can't be doing stuff like that. You can't be having fun and celebrating like that. What the hell's wrong with you? I knew you could do it, Almer. I just knew you could do it. I think I always knew, except this is not what anybody wanted. Except the scribes. They must have wanted it this way. They must have wanted it this way, because if not, why else would it have happened? Why else? Why else? Why else? Oh, man. The melancholy is heavy. It's palpable. I'm pushing through it in the air. I can feel it on my skin. I can feel it in my breast and in my heart. I can feel it flooding my brain. I hate it, but I also love it. The mood is somber in the wagon following the liberation rite against the Fate. You overhear some of your companions talking through what happened. The scribes, they showed favor to Dalbert. We'll have to think on what else might have been this night, but let's not dwell on it. Tomorrow is another day. As for Hedwyn, may he find some comfort knowing that the plan may still succeed. But we have few such liberation rites remaining. Exactly how many I do not wish to speculate about, as yet, until such time as we can better say for certain. Under no circumstances would I suggest this is ideal. However, it is an opportunity enough that our plan may, as yet, succeed. Although, all these setbacks, I fear. Wolfred trails off and falls silent. Some of the others exchange looks. They are beginning to understand. With the rite soon ending, everything which Wolfred has sought, both on his own for many years and now with all of you, all of it may have been in vain. The hush spreads to the others. But not to you. You then proceed to do something that none of them seem to expect. You raise your voice. Each of your fellow exiles turns to you, their expressions asking you a question with no easy answer. What are we going to do? As you meet Hedwyn's gaze, the words for the occasion begin to crystallize in your mind. You are searching to find the right words as your fellow exiles are looking to you now. Search for the words to say to your fellow exiles. Interact. You tell them you have all stood together time after time through this quest and are now poised to seize upon a glorious opportunity. You tell them you are not going to mince words with anyone here because by now each of you knows each other well. You tell them that you have all struggled to come this far across the downside through the many challenges you've faced. Oh, okay, so I can change parts of it. Okay. So this changed the whole thing, and this changes part of it. Okay. You have struggled to come this far. You have stood together. And think only a hollow fool would turn back now. You're poised to seize a great opportunity. You're not going to mince word because now each of you knows each other well. So that would be a great disservice to the group. Struggled to come this far. only to reach this low point in your journey. We have struggled. Many challenges you faced. I think that's the closest to like our vibe. It is clear now that not all of you are going to return. Surely this has weighed heavily on everyone. Your path to freedom still laid before you all. None of you pursue this quest with any guarantees. It's clear that not all of you are going to return. Surely this has weighed heavily on you. Yeah, let's acknowledge their feelings. But something far more vital is at stake. You see the imminent conclusion of the rites as a sign. It is a sign that the world is changing. Meanwhile, the stars themselves are shining on all of you. The Commonwealth is already in upheaval. But something far more vital is at stake. The disappearance of the stars above can be no accident. It is a sign the world is changing, a sign the scribes are watching. Meanwhile, the stars themselves are shining. All of what shines, Pyre, cannot be mere chance. I like that. You all have a divine duty to uphold. Glory awaits if you can persevere together. The Commonwealth is already in upheaval. There you have unfinished business to conduct. Its troubles are only beginning. You have to resist the forces that would crush you. The injustices committed on the other side cannot continue. I like that. That sounds good. I guess. None of this is really going straight into like the, hey, we're stuck in here for a reason kind of thing, as much as I would want it to. Now is the time to stand and fight the forces that oppress you. Now you have this opportunity to live with purpose. You all stand poised to ensure the world you leave behind for your loved ones, for your people, for each other, is a world worth living in. It's a world worthy of homecoming. It's a world worth living in. I like this one. This is tough. And it feels very end of gamey. I'm not sure how much longer I have in this game. If you can believe any of this, if you can see the merit in this quest, and you look at it that way, which side of the world you end up on is up to all of you. Whether you achieve your freedom is all up to you. Well, it's not. It's up to me. If you can believe in any of this, then believe above all in each other. Trust what your heart is telling you. Believe that the plan may yet be achieved. Trust that you may yet prevail together. If you cannot see the merit in this quest, then you are unfit to stand among the Nightwings. Then you are unworthy of the raiments in the books. I don't want to be mean to them. If you can believe in any of this, then believe in each other. Believe that the plan may yet be achieved. Believe that we may prevail together. I like that one the most. After a brief period of reflection, you share one last sentiment with the group. Let us stand together now and always. Mere distance cannot separate our spirits. The stars have not vanished, they have joined us. Let us bring about the harmony envisioned by the 8 scribes. The people of the Commonwealth need us as we need each other. Let us stand together. I think I like this one. Let us bring about the harmony envisioned by the 8 scribes. I wonder if any of that locks in an ending or something. Thus do you remain together with your thoughts. No one speaks for a time. But then, damn right, my friend, we've stood together time after time, and I'll be right here with you till the end, no matter where we end up. Your bluntness is appreciated, reader. You might have had success upon the blood border, thusly spoken. Then let us see where our path leads. Ah, the struggle you describe, O master reader! It has been glorious indeed! Wherever you shall lead, this night shall follow without stopping once even to think. You see them too, miss. The scribes among the stars? How they are watching over us? You truly believe that your Commonwealth can change its ways then, reader darling? I suppose that I may yet come to believe it too. Look at our ragtag group here. Thou wouldst dare to change this ancient world, reading one, and yet thy words are tinged with certain truths. May long the stars remain a light for you, reader madam. All the while Volford remains watching you intently. Then his expression softens, and he smiles. You are right, of course, my girl. We are the Nightwings. It is precisely as you said. Let us bring about the harmony envisioned by the 8 scribes. Lead us then, reader, to the end of our quest and the dawn of the new age for all our kin. Everyone, for the Nightwings! Everyone responds in kind. 9-9! They stand with you, no matter what. The Nightwings. They await the outcome of your vision of the stars, which burn with renewed fury because now the last rites beckon. Each of the Nightwings gained hope permanently. Yay! Let's bring about harmony. The stars above now burn with what appears a desperate fury, many more of them than usual. Your path is yours to choose amid a myriad of stars. Okay. Are they all available now? Like I'll be able to choose from any of the remaining triumvirates? The stars of the 8 scribes, they shine together now as one. The lone minstrel draws breath as though surprised by what he sees. He backs away and averts his eyes. This is another sign the rites are soon to cease. Few chances yet remain to confront the adversaries you have met during your journey. Ooh, okay, the dissidents are up there, so is the withdrawn. Let's see. I think if I have a choice, I either want to do the dissidents or the chastity. Both of those are fun. So let's see what our options are here. I think we have both. Okay. Never do anything with Lindell. He is a terrible person. We are going to ignore him with great joy. Okay. Or down here. You know what? I haven't met good old Barker in a while. But then again, I already did his thing with Rookie. So I wonder what he says with Volfred. Let's see what happens. I like doing both of their voices. So either way, I'm pretty happy. The stars reveal to you a path towards the pit of Melithe, where the rites shall soon continue. Come morning, your travel shall continue. For now, everyone needs rest. Okay. Who we talking to? Okay, yeah. Well, let me grab my mushrooms. There we go. What's up, Kay? Kay seems to be in a happy mood, though she always seems to be around Jody, who is listening to her with patience. So I would just look within the sallow caps each daybreak for the morning dew to drink, and once in a while I'd find maybe a stream to drink from too. Though I'd get very thirsty sometimes too. I tried drinking tree sap once. It wasn't very good. Really, it was very bad, I guess. She seems to be discussing how exactly she managed to survive in the downside all alone for so long. Jody watches her intently all the while. Food was harder to find usually because, this is a bit embarrassing, but I tried never to harm a living thing, because it makes me very sad. But sometimes it is the way of things. I understand I do. And so I would eat as often as I needed to and tried to a lot of different things to see if they were good. Most of them weren't, though. It's a miracle you survived. The scribes are indeed watching over you. But I got by. I learned to get by. I already knew how. A little bit, because back home where I came from, there I had to get by there too. Here, well, it was harder, but it wasn't that much harder, really, in a way. Jody remains silent for some time as Kay trails off. Then she embraces Kay and holds her there gently. See, this is what, like, toughness should be. Toughness should never be aggression. Strength should never be used solely as a force of destruction and as menace and as intimidation. It should be there to protect and to keep things safe. And that's why we love Jody. Because while being strong and scary, she never outright, harms anyone. Even Pamitha, whom she actively disliked at the beginning, she never went out of her way to harm her. She would walk away and fume alone, which is healthier. And eventually they got a bit of a begrudging friendship and respect. But right now she's showing true strength by embracing and holding and making Kay feel safe. And showing gentleness as well. And that's why frickin' Jody is amazing. Kay lets out a breath, but says nothing either for a while. Kay, may I ask a question of you? Me? Of course. What question is it? How old are you? Do you know? Oh, I'm 19 years old. That's how old I am, I think. Truly then, you have seen a lot in not a lot of time. I know that you have achieved what you have achieved is a feat. I have known seasoned soldiers who could not have lived through the experiences you have described. Oh, really? Wow. Thank you. Thank you so much. You have seldom seen Kay look so joyful as this moment. Oh. As for Jody, you could count on one hand the number of times you have seen a smile play across her lips. You leave them there to their conversation. Oh my gosh. She is smiling. Just a little upturn of the lips there. Oh. You can't do this to me, Supergiant. Stop making me feel. I don't know how to feel things like this. This is craziness. It's just coming at me in waves. Is this a new page on Worth? In the words of Triesta, the fallen empire of Sar was ruled according to an ancient bloodline thought to be infallible. Our society shall instead be set by those who earn the privilege. We, the Eight, we cannot bear the burden of determining your worth. It shall be determined by your peers and by yourself. We shall provide a framing through the rites to put you to the test against yourselves, against your kin, against your adversaries. The downside cannot let us all go free, thus freedom to the worthy. As the worthy, your true calling then begins as you return to a society which longs to learn the wisdom you have gained along your path. The worthy shall lead. So continuing with the whole, learn through loss and then educate others. It's an excellent, excellent virtue and something to strive for. Another reason this game is the best. Golden Stars. Do we need any of this? Greater Titan, Celestial Landmarks. Did we do all these? Downside regions. Okay. I don't know how interested people are in hear me list off glossaries and indexes and the like, but it's there if anyone decides to take part, and I'd be glad to read it out.